Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinema Podcast. We're just so excited about this
So
thing.
excited.
Yes. See right there?
Yeah.
That's Ekam, One in the Multitude. What is that? Well, it's a series of films presented by the Indian actor and filmmaker Rakshit Shetty, and it's dropping in July. We'll have a link, and you'll be able to go and watch these 7 short films. And we're here to talk about actually the logo first, but we're excited to talk about this, and we're a part of it. And Kathy, let's see that logo.
And check out our reviews of the trailer, the early trailers, where it shows some shots from the shows. But right now we're going to let Kathy, the expert on film,
So yeah, this is their big announcement. Like the idea of this, like almost like a short film festival of these really well produced films overseen by Rakshit Shetty. They're doing their own streaming platform so they can take control and be, they can do it the way they want to. I love this idea. I think it's a really radical, cool idea, especially for the Kannada industry, that they've got these great new art films coming out and you get to be part of it by, becoming a member of their site. So in July, when they launch their site, we'll be sending you a link and you can see all of these films in one place for one price. And I think it's such a great deal. So this is just a little quick promo so you guys can see their little initial way they're launching this whole like you were calling a film collective, I think is what I would call this. So let's take a quick look at that and then we'll talk a little bit more about the concept and then we'll get back to you. Okay.
Whoa.
Let's take a look.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
All right.
And
ready. That's a beautiful animation. Like I love how basically it seemed like there's sort of a lot of threads all look like it's kind of random, but then they all eventually funnel together and intersect, and all the lives and maybe all these films kind of eventually somehow overlap or intersect in some way, like emotionally and conceptually. I think the idea is that this all takes place in one area and that they all kind of overlap but in different time periods, and they're kind of talking about different headspaces, like like flight or masquerade, like this kind of like, who are these people? What are they feeling in the moment? I love that idea of making films about situations and keeping it really tight conceptually. It's a very cool idea.
Yeah. And also, the tagline "One and the Multitude," the logo sort of plays on that idea, so you kind of get it, the stories and also the way the logo looks. But I think it captures, what they're trying to do here. Also, "One in the Multitude" is about filmmakers making movies and cutting out the middlemen, the middle people, and just giving it to you. You go to the site and watch the movies that they wanted to make, and you get to see them indirectly. So that's exciting.
No, it looks like the idea of a lot of you were saying threads and how they intersect. They sort of come together in a vortex, and then they're together for a while, but then they separate again at the bottom and go back into the ether, back into the and I'm sure there was a lot of discussion about that because I don't get the impression that it's Guardians of the Galaxy or anything science fiction-y about planets or whatever, but they're using that idea as a metaphor where the the planet that we see, the planet maybe representing people and how orbits form, and you orbit and you're in orbit around this person for a while, but then you get flung off into another orbit or something. And I think maybe the idea is that humans, we're sort of at the whims of our nature and the nature. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but the idea that certain outside forces can sometimes pull us into another area that we don't expect. Like where did that come from? Or when you think back in your life, how did I get here? And you think back some little tiny event, and I love the idea that people are addressing that type of thing in stories. And I have a feeling, I'm not just sort of guessing from this logo, but having seen the little teaser trailer things, it seems like stories, small, kind of small-ish moments and the idea of there was in one of the trailers somebody was like spinning a pen on a table, and you have a feeling like what if they were playing some kind of thing and it spun around, and it was like the game of spin the bottle or something, and you spin the pen and you end up having to kiss someone, and you end up like, wow, I like this person, and it could have been that person.
That's right.
Instead, so little things, forces of nature, gravity, physics, spinning a pen.
That's right.
I mean, I'm reading a little bit into it, but I have a feeling that might have been in the discussion for this logo.
I bet it would. I know, it's true. And then the description from the filmmakers are in the first season. I love that it's first season. I would love to get a second season of this.
Yes.
It's like we bring 7 stories of people from Karavalli, coastal belt of Karnataka. It's stories like those that it's a story about bewilderment, identity crisis, moments of euphoria, pain, joy, and freedom. These are tales of people caught in the mesh of time and a place, but their stories are universal. They are yours and they are mine. So it's like, I love the idea that we can all relate to probably a lot of this going on in this.
Of course.
It's like doubt or jealousy or, your first crush or like whatever it is. It's like, we can all relate to that. And I love, we all kind of want to see how other people handle certain situations and how, what the depth of emotion and the relatability of people's lives, because whatever feels epic to us, it's just one little tiny story among millions. And in the universe, I love that logo makes it like, it's a universe of emotion. Story.
Especially when you think in terms of us in America watching stories like this from another country, another culture, a place that we've maybe even never been around there. A lot of people, sometimes I think there's a problem people have with films from other countries where they think, I'm not going to be able to relate to it because it's from a different culture, different people, different language. But you know what? When you start watching it, every time you start watching a well-made film from another culture, another time in another culture, even, a 1950s film from Japan or something, you're like, okay, people are people. And I've had those same feelings, and I know what that person is thinking. I know what he's feeling, and I know where he is in his life. And, it's universal. And I think that's why this logo really works. It's a universe, and there's
it's a human experience. It is universal. We all want to be loved. We all want to feel love. We feel pain. We feel disappointment. We're all in this together. And I love the idea of taking little stories and how people from different countries handle it. I mean, it's very, very cool.
Going back to the tagline, one and the multitude, that sort of sums it all up. So Ekam, it's coming in July, and we're excited to be a part of it. So please just stay tuned. Keep watching our channel here on YouTube, and we'll get more information out to you. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.